Suppose I am taking, Rohit is taking some amount from me and against interest, and वो पैसा जो मैं रोहित को देता हूँ वो पैसा मैं खुद गुरप्रीत से मांग के लाता हूँ, ओके, और गुरप्रीत मेरे पे कुछ इंटरेस्ट लगाता है. नाउ इफ गुरप्रीत चार्जेस मी an interest rate of 10%, then रोहित से मैं कितना चार्ज करूंगा, मोर देन 10% और लेस देन 10%? क्या बोल रहे हो निशा?
आवाज कम आ रहा है.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि रोहित मेरे से पैसा लेता है ऑन इंटरेस्ट, एंड मैं वो पैसा गुरप्रीत से मांग के लाता हूँ ऑन इंटरेस्ट, ओके. तो अगर गुरप्रीत मेरे को मोर देन 10%, गुरप्रीत मेरे को 10% इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करता है, तो मैं रोहित को कितना परसेंट चार्ज करूंगा, मोर देन 10 और लेस देन 10? So Gurpreet has given the answer. It is more than 10. Of course, more than 10. Why? Because रोहित से अगर मैं ज्यादा 10% से ज्यादा लूंगा, सपोज 12%, तो जो एक्स्ट्रा 2% होगा वो मेरा होगा, right? That will be my income. So here also, commercial bank charges us an interest rate, and central bank charges commercial bank a bank rate. So of course, the interest rate by the commercial bank is way more than the bank rate being charged on them. Okay, so they have got an interrelation. Uh, Lending rate of commercial bank determines the total amount of bank credit borrowed from them to undertake investment in the economy. Now, therefore, by making appropriate changes in the bank rate, the central bank can control the volume and cost of credit indirectly by influencing the lending rate of the commercial bank. Now, notice, if the if the lending rate, okay, if the interest rate of the commercial bank is suppose very low, okay, then a lot of investors will come and take the loan, right? If the interest rate in bank is low, then investors will be coming and taking the loan, okay. And if the interest rate is high, okay, then the investors will not find an incentive to come and take the loan, and they will not invest in the economy, so the investment part will go down. So the value of the GDP, that is y is equal to c plus I plus g, if c and g remaining the same and I comes down, then what will be the value of y? It will also go down, right? Because y is equal to c plus I plus g, keeping c and g constant. If I goes down, then your y will also go down, so the GDP will go down, employment will go down, and we have several macroeconomic effects, okay. Now central bank knows this thing, that if the interest rate or the lending rate of the commercial bank is changed, then it will have an impact on the economy as far as investment is concerned. Okay, now if central bank wants the investment to boost up, try to follow this. If the central bank wants the investment to boost up, then the central bank have to make commercial bank charge a much lower interest rate, right? A central bank have to make the commercial bank charge a much lower interest rate so that the investors should come and take out the loans. And if central bank wants the commercial bank to lower the interest rate, then they have to lower the bank rate as well, right? So if suppose central bank slashes the bank rate by 5%, then interest rate or the lending rate of the commercial bank will also be slashed back to 4-5%, and then investors will come and take the loans and they will invest in the economy. Is it clear? So central bank is like the guardian of the banking services. They know everything. Central bank knows everything, that what the commercial bank is doing, what should they do, and उसको उस तरह से काम करवाना कैसे है. Okay, central bank thinks in the favor of the economy, and to do that, they will do anything to convince the commercial bank to do that. Okay, accordingly. So there is a case study given over here. You don't need to go through the case study. If you want, you can go. Go through it, okay? Lower part. There is a case study over here. If you want, you can go through the case study, and if I get time, I will discuss the case studies, okay? Uh, and this is a special thing. Monetary Policy Committee, a new avatar, the MPC, Anisha Urgai. No, she's coming back. The monetary policy is a committee by the RBI, headed by the governor of RBI. The MPC is entrusted with the task of fixing the benchmark policy interest rate, that is a repo rate, to contain inflation within the specified target level. It has replaced the system which prevailed till 2016, where the RBI governor and his internal team had complete control over monetary policy decision. With the introduction of MPC, the monetary policy decisions are now taken by the committee, which are binding on the RBI. So पहले क्या होता था, गवर्नर के पास पूरा कंट्रोल था मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी लेने का. अभी इस नई कमेटी के पास है, यानी कमेटी के हर मेंबर के पास. द एमपीसी हैज 6 मेंबर. इस कमेटी में 6 मेंबर है, जिसको 3 आरबीआई डायरेक्ट अपॉइंट करती है, गवर्नर, डिप्टी गवर्नर और एक ऑफिशियल जो आरबीआई नॉमिनेट करेगी किसी को भी, और 3 जो है वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अपॉइंट करती है. तो दिस इज फॉर जनरल नॉलेज एंड फॉर दोज हु वांट टू प्रिपेयर फॉर गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम. ओके. Okay, now what is repo rate? Repo rate or repurchase rate is the rate of interest at which RBI lends to the commercial bank for short period against government bond. So उस तरह वो जो लोन था, that is direct loan, but this loan, suppose RBI कभी कभी कमर्शियल बैंक को शॉर्ट पीरियड लोन देगी अगेंस्ट गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड, यानी कि जो मॉर्गेज यहाँ आएगा वो गवर्नमेंट का कोई शेयर आना चाहिए. गवर्नमेंट शेयर विल बी kept as mortgage with the Reserve Bank of India, and Reserve Bank gives out some amount of loan to the commercial bank for a short period of time, that is suppose less than 1 year or 2 years. Okay, that interest rate is known as repo rate. This is done by RBI by buying government bonds from commercial bank with an agreement to sell them back at a fixed rate. Now here also inflation may play the role. Okay, the RBI is saying that they will sell them back to the commercial bank at a fixed rate. Now in the near future, if inflation rate becomes much higher, then the Reserve Bank will be on back foot, and if it becomes much lower, then the Reserve Bank will be on front foot. Okay. Now repo rate signifies the rate at which the liquidity is injected in the banking system by RBI. If RBI wants to make borrowing from it more expensive, okay, it increases the repo rate. Okay. Now suppose RBI don't want commercial bank to borrow from them. Okay. Now suppose if I don't want we need to come and ask for some money, then what will I do? When Vineet will come to me and ask me that I want 1,000 rupee from you, then I will say that okay, you can get 1,000 rupee, but I will charge an interest rate of 50%. Then Vineet may change his decision. Okay. So if RBI don't want to give out loan, they will increase the repo rate. Because if the repo rate is higher, then the commercial bank will it will be expensive on the part of commercial bank to borrow money. Now borrowing has also a cost, right? किसी से पैसा लेने का एक cost होता है. The cost is interest rate, the interest which you have to pay. Similarly, if RBI wants to make it cheaper for banks to borrow money from RBI, now suppose when Vineet came, I don't wanted Vineet to take the loan, so I increased the repo rate. But suppose when Rohit came to me and I wanted Rohit to take the loan, so I will reduce the repo rate. I will reduce the interest. I will say that okay, I will charge only 1% interest rate. So it will be much cheaper on the part of Rohit to take loan from me. So if now, when do RBI think that it is no, let it make it expensive, let it make it cheaper? It depends on the situation of the economy. Okay. Video paused. Is my video paused? Is my audio also paused? Because there is nothing much in video. Everything is audio now. Hello? अब चल रहा है. Okay. There is nothing much in video, Anisha. Everything is audio. Just listen to me. Okay. Audio भी pause हो गया था. Okay. Okay. All right. Then go through the recordings. Now see here also a case study is given. RBI reduced repo rate from 7.5% in November 2008 to 4.75 in April 2009. Okay, it was increased to 8.5% in October 2011. It was reduced from 8% to 6% in January 2000 August 2017. So RBI does that. Okay, now what is reverse repo rate? Now that is repo rate. Now this one is reverse repo rate. Reverse repo rate is the rate of interest at which the RBI borrows from commercial bank for short period. Now this is opposite. Sometime even Reserve Bank goes out to commercial bank and asks them loan. They ask commercial bank to give them loan. That interest rate is known as reverse repo rate. Now it can be same. Consider a case when Rohit borrowed some amount with from Gurpreet, okay, at suppose 10%, and the deal is not to pay back uh, the interest on 10% after 5 years. The deal is that after 5 years, Gurpreet will also take a loan from Rohit. Now consider, suppose this is interesting. Rohit came out to Gurpreet and asked that I want 1000 rupee at an interest rate of 10% for 5 years. And the contract is after 5 years, Gurpreet will ask for a loan from Rohit at an interest rate of 10%. Now, is the deal unbiased or is it biased? Who is going to gain from this deal, Gurpreet or Rohit? Rohit come. Okay, I repeat my question. Rohit comes to Gurpreet and asks that I want a loan of 1000 rupee at an interest rate of 10%, and I will pay you back after 5 years. And the deal is that after 5 years, Gurpreet will take a loan of 1000 rupee from Rohit at an interest rate of 10%, or not necessarily 1000 rupee of any amount, but at an interest rate of 10%. So, who is going to win in this situation? Think.
भैया मुझे प्रॉफिट होगा.
तुम्हें प्रॉफिट होगा. How you are so sure that तुम्हें प्रॉफिट होगा? Explain.
आफ्टर 5 years कॉमन सी बात है कि मतलब ये मतलब
No,
रेट में
there is nothing such common सी बात. Now it may happen that inflation rate is much lower. Suppose deflation हो गया economy में, then Gurpreet will be winning, right? So this is
हाँ.
uncertain. But our practical knowledge says that there is very low chance of deflation, right? Because generally inflation is there. But if there is deflation, then Gurpreet may win. Okay, but practically you are right that you will win. Okay, so the reverse repo rate is when the Reserve Bank of India asks for loan from commercial bank, and it may happen that the reverse repo rate and the repo rate are same, right? But it may happen that they are not same. अगर after all this is decided by RBI. अगर RBI को अपना profit रखना है, then they will fluctuate the reverse repo rate in such a way, and that is why the condition of short term is very important here. Now consider a case that Rohit takes a loan from Gurpreet today, 1000 rupee at 10% per annum for 2 days. Okay, for 2 days. मतलब रोहित ने कहा कि 2 दिन बाद लौटाऊंगा. And the deal is Gurpreet will take a loan from Rohit after 2 days at an interest rate of 10%. Then who will be winning?
भैया लास्ट
Yes, Rohit?
क्वेश्चन एक बार फिर से बोलिए.
Okay. Now suppose this time I'm changing the situation. Now Rohit goes to Gurpreet and asks for a loan of 1000 rupee at 10% per annum for 2 days, only 2 days. And after 2 days, Gurpreet will take a loan from Rohit at an interest rate of 10%. In this situation, who will be winning, Gurpreet or Rohit? The time period is not 5 years now. This is only 2 days. Vineet, I'm coming to your point. Okay, so let me just finish this. I'm coming to your point. Okay. Who will be winning? So the entire deal, is getting over within 4 days, right? So who will be winning? आप वैसे मेरा नाम क्यों ले रहे हैं बार बार? Just a second. No one. Yeah, exactly. So Gurpreet has given the correct answer. So both will be indifferent. Now theoretically we can say that हाँ हो सकता है अगर एक दिन में इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ गया या एक दिन में डिफ्लेशन हो गया, then it is possible. But theoretically no one is winning.
भैया
Right?
ऑडियो पॉज हो गया,
हेलो हेलो
क्या बोले सुन।
हेलो.
हाँ अभी सुना।
Okay. So theoretically it may happen that within 4 days inflation may surge up or inflation may go down. It can happen theoretically, but it does not take it do not happen usually, right? But we go by practicality if we go by practicality, then no one will be winning or losing in this situation, right? Because within 4 days nothing's gonna happen. The interest receiving by Gurpreet will be exactly equal to the interest receiving by Rohit. Now, why? Because this is a short-term loan, a loan for only 2 days, right? If it would have been a loan of for 5 years, that is long-term loan, then inflation rate may would have played their role. So that's why if you follow in reverse repo rate, it is mentioned short period. In repo rate also it is mentioned short period. So this kind of transaction between Reserve Bank and the commercial bank takes place for only short period of time. Because for short period of time, there is less chance for the inflation rate to play their role and fluctuate the real interest rate. Is the idea clear to everyone? Yes, Rohit, तुम कुछ पूछ रहा था? You have raised your hand.
हाँ भैया मैं बोल रहा था के लिए इंटरेस्ट रेट चार्ज होता है,
No, no,
ये तो
I'm
मतलब कौन
theoretically,
मतलब
theoretically बोल रहा हूँ.
एग्जाम्पल। हाँ हाँ
Just
हाँ ठीक
assume.
है।
Okay, so I'm explaining it to make you understand about short period. कि short period में inflation का उतना effect नहीं होता है. Okay, all right. So now coming to Vinith's question that whether it happens or not. कि Reserve Bank is going to commercial bank for loan. Yes, you see there is a case study over here. Vinith, just follow here. Reverse repo rate was reduced from 6% in November to 3.25%. It was increased subsequently to reach the level of 7.5%. It happens that, and it is not for the own interest which RBI does that. It is for the interest of the bank which RBI does that. Okay. Okay. Now this is very important. Open market operation. This also affects the inflation rate in the economy. Open market operation. Try to understand this. What is OMO? Open market operation. Suppose Reserve Bank of India wants the money supply to increase, or suppose it wants the money supply to reduce. Now, why do they want it? They may want it for multiple reasons. Suppose they want to affect the inflation rate because if more money supply, more inflation. Less money supply, less inflation. So the desire of changing the money supply on part of Reserve Bank of India may be due to of various reasons. Okay, it may be for inflation rate, and it may be for purchasing power. Suppose they want to increase the money supply because there is a pressure on Reserve Bank of India from the central government that we want to create more employment. Okay, now consider an example. Okay, just a second. There's a chat. पॉइंट्स नहीं है जितना आप पढ़ा रहे हैं शायद. Just giving examples to make you understand the thing. Okay. Otherwise, you have to write the answers. You have to mug up the answers, and you have to write. अगर तुम इस चीजों को समझ लोगे, then you don't have to mug up the answers. You can write by your own, because these questions carries 4 marks. Okay, and sometimes 6 marks also. So if there's a question of 6 marks, then तुम लोग को हैजाना पड़ेगा अपने आंसर में. जितना ज्यादा हैजा पाओगे उतना अच्छा होगा. So just listen to this thing as a story and write the story in your answer. That's you will get full marks. Okay. Now open market operation. Suppose, yeah, suppose central government wants to increase employment. Okay, here comes the Keynesian model. Increase employment, then how will the employment increase? Employment will increase if producers are more producing more, right? If producers started producing more, then employment will increase. And why will the producers start producing more? Only because if there is a more demand in the economy, right? How will the demand increase? The demand will increase with more purchasing power. How will the purchasing power increase? If the consumer has money in their pocket. Okay. Now it means that money supply should have to increase. Now, how will the money supply increase? Now this responsibility is on the part of Reserve Bank of India, that they have to increase the money supply. So they can increase the money supply by using bank rate, repo rate, reverse repo rate, which we have just learned. Another quantitative measure of Reserve Bank of India to increase bank rate is through open market operations, OMO. What is this? Try to follow. Open market operation मतलब कि there are government bonds or government shares, government stocks, which are floating in the market, which is which can be purchased by the common public, which can be purchased by banks, which can be purchased by government itself. Now, if Reserve Bank wants to increase the money supply, okay, then what will they do? They will have to pump in money to the hand of public. यानी कि पब्लिक को पैसा देना है अभी. तो पैसा कब देंगे? जब पब्लिक से हम कुछ खरीदेंगे, राइट? Now Reserve Bank of India, commercial bank, they will try to buy government bonds from public. पब्लिक के पास जितना भी गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड होगा सब कमर्शियल बैंक खरीद लेंगे, रिजर्व बैंक खरीद लेंगे, राइट? अब कैसे खरीदेंगे? अगर तुमसे मुझे कुछ खरीदना है और मुझे तुमको मनाना है कि तुम मुझे बेचो वो चीज, तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? मुझे तुमको एक ज्यादा अमाउंट ऑफर करना पड़ेगा, राइट? अगर मैं तुमको एक 10 रुपए का चीज के लिए 100 रुपए देने को राजी हूँ, तो तुम वो चीज मुझे खुशी खुशी बेच दोगे, राइट? So here commercial bank does the same thing. They offer much high price against the government bonds to the public, so that the public are willing to sell the government bonds to the commercial bank, and against that commercial bank give them huge amount of money. इससे क्या होता है? पब्लिक के हाथ में बहुत सारा पैसा आ जाता है, तो मनी सप्लाई इंक्रीज कर जाता है. If money supply increases, demand increases, production increases, employment increases. जो गोल था वो अचीव हो गया गवर्नमेंट का, with the help of Reserve Bank of India. Now suppose the opposite situation. Reserve Bank of India wants to reduce the money supply. What will they do? They will sell the government bonds. वो लोग गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड्स बेच देंगे पब्लिक को, राइट? बेच देंगे. जब बेचेंगे तो पब्लिक के हाथ से पैसा गवर्नमेंट के पास, रिजर्व बैंक के पास आ जाएगा, कमर्शियल बैंक के पास आ जाएगा. अब किसी को बेचना है तो कैसे बेचना है? सस्ते दाम. सो रिजर्व कमर्शियल बैंक को सस्ते दाम में महंगे बॉन्ड्स बेच देंगे, ताकि पब्लिक के हाथ से ज्यादा पैसा निकाला जा सके. तो जस्ट थ्रू ओपन मार्केट ऑपरेशंस, थ्रू स्टॉक्स, सिक्योरिटीज, शेयर्स, हम लोग पब्लिक का पैसा इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं या डिक्रीज कर सकते हैं. इज इट क्लियर? बॉन्ड्स मीन्स शेयर्स. विनीत, बॉन्ड्स मतलब शेयर्स, सिक्योरिटीज मतलब शेयर. ओके. ना सपोज गवर्नमेंट का एक एक गवर्नमेंट कंपनी सपोज BSNL, तो BSNL का शेयर बेचा गया, so this is called BSNL security or BSNL bonds. All right. Now this is open market operation, and then we have cash. Now I am not going into the details of cash reserve ratio because मैंने cash reserve ratio बता दिया. कैश रिजर्व रेशियो का भी वही रोल है, पब्लिक के हाथ से पैसा निकालना या कमाना। अगर कैश रिजर्व रेशियो का वैल्यू सेंट्रल बैंक बढ़ा देता है तो क्या होगा, जितना भी डिपॉजिट बैंक के पास आता है उसका ज्यादा से ज्यादा पोर्शन एज पर CRR वो कमर्शियल बैंक्स को सेंट्रल बैंक के पास रखना पड़ेगा, और बाकी जो रिमेनिंग पैसा है उसी पैसे को हम लोग लोन आउट कर सकेंगे, बैंक्स जो है लोन आउट कर सकेंगे। तो अगर सेंट्रल बैंक चाह रहा है कि मनी सप्लाई रिड्यूस हो जाए तो सेंट्रल बैंक को कुछ ऐसा करना है ताकि कमर्शियल बैंक कम से कम लोन दे सके, राइट। और कम से कम लोन दे सके मतलब CRR को बढ़ा दो, जितना भी डिपॉजिट आएगा उसका ज्यादा हिस्सा मेरे पास आएगा। इफ आई एम द सेंट्रल बैंक, then the money supply will be reduced, and if they want to increase the money supply they will do just the opposite, right? So this cash reserve ratio, open market operation, bank rate, repo rate, reverse repo rate, these five are the instruments, or you can say quantitative instrument, which the central bank uses intensively in order to control the credit in the economy. Credit in the economy मतलब money supply in the economy. Okay. So अगर ओवरऑल मनी सप्लाई कमाना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, सभी इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स अगर मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ, अगर ओवरऑल मनी सप्लाई को डिक्रीज करना है तो कैश रिजर्व रेशियो को बढ़ाओ। ओपन मार्केट ऑपरेशंस में क्या करना पड़ेगा हमें, बॉन्ड्स को बेचो पब्लिक को सस्ता में, पब्लिक को बॉन्ड्स बेचेंगे तब पब्लिक का से पैसा आएगा। बैंक रेट को क्या करो, बैंक रेट को बढ़ा दो, राइट। क्योंकि बैंक रेट को अगर बढ़ा देंगे तो क्या होगा, जो हमारा जो बैंक नॉर्मल बैंक का जो लेंडिंग रेट है वो भी बढ़ जाएगा, लेंडिंग रेट बढ़ जाएगा तो लेंडिंग एक्सपेंसिव हो जाएगा, बोरोइंग एक्सपेंसिव हो जाएगा तो लोग जाके बोरो नहीं करेंगे, तो लोग अगर बोरो नहीं करेंगे तो लोगों के पास पैसा नहीं आएगा तो इकोनॉमी से मनी सप्लाई कम जाएगा, राइट। सो रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया uses all the instruments together if they want to increase the money supply, and they place all the instruments together if they want to reduce the money supply. So is the quantitative instruments clear to you all? Quantitative instruments सबको समझ में आया सबको? अनिशा, विनीत, गुरप्रीत, Thea is sleeping. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, very good, very good. Now here 6 June 2018 latest सब कुछ दिया हुआ है। बैंक रेट is 6.5%, repo rate is 6.25%, reverse repo rate is 6%. Now there is a homework for you. Just you have to calculate that who is as per 6 June 2018 ज्यादा फायदा किसको है, RBI को या कमर्शियल बैंक को? If repo rate is 6.25% and reverse repo rate is 6%. Okay, ये चीज बस तुम लोग को सोच के आके बताना है मेरे को, no paper pen work, just सोच के आके बताना है। Okay, all right. Now qualitative or selective control method. Now these are quantitative method. Now we'll discuss the qualitative method. Before that, let me tell you about statutory liquidity ratio (SLR). जैसा एक सर्टेन पोर्शन कमर्शियल बैंक को सेंट्रल बैंक के पास रखना होता है, उसी तरह एक सर्टेन पोर्शन और कमर्शियल बैंक को खुद के साथ रखना होता है। मतलब वो पोर्शन को भी लोन नहीं दे सकता। मतलब सपोज इफ SLR इज 2%, तो अगर 100 रुपी डिपॉजिट आया तो 2 रुपीज कमर्शियल बैंक को अपने पास खुद रखना है, लोन नहीं दे सकता वो 2 रुपीज। और किस तरह से रखना है, दे हैव टू कीप इट इन फॉर्म ऑफ गोल्ड और इन फॉर्म ऑफ एनी स्टॉक, एनी शेयर्स, एनी सिक्योरिटीज। ठीक है, तो CRR यानी कि वो सर्टेन पोर्शन CBI, सॉरी नॉट CBI, RBI के पास जाएगा, एंड बाकी 2% जो है वो या CBI, बिकॉज every time news channel I am listening to the word CBI, so CBI is running into my mind. Okay, by the way, the ex, you know the news today, ex CBI officer is found dead today in his home in Shimla, and that CBI officer actually investigated the case of Amit Shah in 2010, और अमित शाह को जब जेल हुआ था तो वही सीबीआई ऑफिसर ने उसका मतलब इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया था, एंड टुडे ही इज फाउंड डेड इन हिज शिमला होम. So again, CBI will investigate in this matter. So everywhere CBI is going on. Okay, so certain portion which the commercial bank has to keep with the central bank in form of CRR, and some portion they have to keep with themselves in form of gold security or any reserve, that is known as SLR. There is a chat. The nation wants to know. Yes, the nation wants to know. Okay, now we have the qualitative or selective credit control method. So these were the quantitative method. So these are the qualitative method. Okay, a qualitative method or selective method. They are not used intensively by the central bank. They are just sometimes commercial central bank plays that. The regulation of consumer credit. An important instrument of selective credit control is the regulation of consumer credit. It aims at regulating the consumer installment credit on higher purchase finance. Higher purchase finance is the method of using bank credit by the consumers to buy expensive durable consumer goods like motor cars, computers, etc. A certain percentage of the price of the durable good is paid by the consumer as a cash down payment. So this is basically whenever no, sir, okay, let me tell you. If I am the central bank and if I want the money supply to be reduced, then either I can do that with the help of commercial bank, that is using quantitative measures, bank rate, repo rate, etc., etc., or I can directly charge the consumers, which who has the money with them. If I can directly charge the consumer that don't spend so much money, then also I can you know influence the money supply. Now what happens is that you have noticed that every time when we use ATM bank or the e-corners and all, there is a selective rate or selective charges which bank imposes on us. Like मेरे पे मेरे को डेबिट कार्ड यूज करने का 1 साल का 175 रुपया देना पड़ता है चार्ज. ओके, राइट. एंड इफ यू नो फ्यू इयर्स अगो, ओके, अगर आप एक हफ्ते में शायद 5 या 6 बार से ज्यादा अगर पैसा निकालोगे अपने बैंक से, तो आपको फाइन लगता था, मतलब चार्ज एक सर्टेन परसेंटेज चार्ज लगता था. ओके, नो व्हाट वाज द इंटेंशन बिहाइंड इट? इसका इंटेंशन क्या था? इंटेंशन ये था कि पब्लिक कम से कम पैसा निकाले एटीएम से, राइट, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा डिजिटल मनी यूज करे. अब कम से कम पैसा निकालना मतलब अगर पैसा ज्यादा निकालेंगे तो मनी सप्लाई क्या होगा? इंक्रीज कर जाएगा. तो पब्लिक को इंसेंटिवाइज किया गया कि वो ज्यादा पैसा मत निकालो. किस तरह से? कि अगर निकालोगे तो पैसा चार्ज कर देंगे. तो इस तरह से मनी सप्लाई को रिड्यूस करने का कोशिश किया गया, नॉट यूजिंग द क्वांटिटेटिव मेजर बट डायरेक्टली चार्जिंग द कंज्यूमर्स. दैट इज द क्वालिटेटिव मेजर. और अगर हम लोग इन जनरल कभी कुछ लोन वोन लेने जाते हैं, कार लोन या हाउस लोन, तो काफी तरह का चार्जेस हमें लगता है, राइट. को मुंह के पास रखिए वरना साउंड नहीं आ रहा है. साउंड क्या सबको नहीं आ रहा है, और इज इट ओनली विनीत?
आ रहा है भैया.
आ रहा है, ओके. So there are many charges which is imposed directly on consumer ताकि कंज्यूमर ज्यादा मनी सप्लाई ना कर सके इकोनॉमी. ओके, अब इस तरह का काफी चार्जेस अगर देखा जाए तो ये एक्चुअली ना सिर्फ बैंकिंग सेक्टर में ही नहीं, बाकी सभी सेक्टर्स में है. पब्लिक से कुछ चीज कराने के लिए ना, हैव यू नोटिस ये जो सेफ ड्राइव सेफ लाइफ, तुम लोगों ने देखा होगा बैनर्स, राइट? सेफ ड्राइव सेव लाइफ, ये बैनर्स कौन लगाता है? हु स्पॉन्सर दिस बैनर्स? एनी आइडिया? यस अनीशा? पार्टी? नो नो, नॉट पार्टी. पार्टी नहीं लगाता है. अनीशा वांट्स टू से समथिंग. ये सेफ ड्राइव सेव लाइफ हेलमेट पहनने का जो बैनर्स होता है, फिर रास्ते में स्पीड ब्रेकर्स, ये सब कौन लगवाता है? कौन स्पॉन्सर करता है इन सब चीजों को? गवर्नमेंट? नो, नॉट गवर्नमेंट, नॉट गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो। उसने गवर्नमेंट बोला, नॉट गवर्नमेंट एक्चुअली। दीज आर स्पॉन्सर्ड बाय द इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज। ओके, इंश्योरेंस कंपनी इसको स्पॉन्सर करती है, क्यों? एनी आइडिया?
ताकि वो लोग को पैसा ना देना पड़े।
एग्जैक्टली, ताकि उन लोग को पैसा ना देना पड़े।
हाँ
सो बिकॉज अगर एक्सीडेंट होता है तो क्लेम का पैसा मांगने आ जाएंगे, तो दे आर इंसेंटिवाइजिंग द पब्लिक डायरेक्टली टू वेयर हेलमेट, अदरवाइज फाइन लग जाएगा। सो दिस इज अ जॉइंट ऑपरेशन बाय कोलकाता ट्रैफिक पुलिस एंड द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, कि अगर कोई हेलमेट नहीं लगाता है उसको फाइन लगाओ, अगर कोई स्पीड लिमिट क्रॉस करता है उसको फाइन लगाओ, अगर कोई गांजा पी के गाड़ी चलाता है उसको फाइन लगाओ। इससे क्या होगा? इंश्योरेंस कंपनी का पैसा बचेगा और जान भी बचेगा। सो दिस इज एक्चुअली डायरेक्ट, हर चीज का प्रोसेस है। तो एक क्वांटिटेटिव प्रोसेस है जो एक चैनल के थ्रू जाता है, और एक है जो डायरेक्टली आप कंज्यूमर्स को टारगेट करो। So similarly, not only in banking sector but in other sectors also, these things are widely used. Self profit, yes, exactly, self profit. Now, regulation of margin requirements. Then there are 4 or 5 more points. Let me finish this. Okay, this video is going to end. Rejoin using the new link. Okay, I will finish. There is only one page left. I'll finish this one. Okay. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्यों है और इनको पैसा देना ही नहीं तो है, तो ये ऑफ कोर्स व्हाई विल दे पे? दे आर प्राइवेट कंपनीज, इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज आर प्राइवेट कंपनीज, प्रॉफिट मेकिंग फर्म। ये लोग रिस्क पे खेलते हैं, जो दे आर, ओके, आई विल एक्सप्लेन दिस थिंग इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो। ओके।